He fell asleep in New Jersey before the bombs hit the ground. Broadcasting from a bomb shelter, he is the nuclear clown. I don't do many music reviews on this channel because I don't really listen to that much new music. I am a stodgy old man, and as such, I have a small subset of kind of musical thingies that I enjoy, and I will only pick up new things from pretty much what I'm used to. It's odd that I'll get into any kind of new music. I like what I liked when I was a kid in 1912. But I'm a huge David Bowie fan. I'm a huge everything. I'm a huge man. I'm a huge man. And I was very excited. I was Trey excited to hear that David Bowie was coming out with his first new album in about a decade called The Next Day. I'm a little late on this because it came out in early March, but that's kind of how I operate. So what is it, May something? So March, April, May. I'm 9 years late on this, but that's okay. And you know, some things you may not know about myself and David Bowie is we share a lot of similarities. We have a lot in common. We're both Daves. We're both human beings. Give or take. Give or take. But I would like to talk about The Next Day and give it a good old-fashioned review. But before we start on this audio trek here, I would like to talk about the cover of The Next Day, which is the, how to put this, goddamn sacrosanct Heroes album cover, blocked out with a white square that says The Next Day simply written on it. I don't like this album cover at all really. And I know I read that it was done to be kind of shocking and to completely obliterate the past and say this right here, we're ship 'em all. We're going on a whole new whatever Joker said in the original Batman movie. I forget that part. But you know, it's supposed to be a new start, a new beginning, obliterating all things old, all things of the past. So they took a sacred album cover like Heroes and they desecrated it, which to me is kind of like drawing a backwards Yankee cap on the Mona Lisa in crayon. But I guess, you know, David Bowie did this. It's not like I vandalized the Heroes album cover. So I guess you have the right to vandalize your own art, I guess. But, you know, I was not really too much a fan of the cover. I just wanted to get that out of the way real quick. So since now YouTube gives us all this time to talk, you know, you and I, because, you know, I wasn't obnoxious enough with 15 minutes, we can go song by song on this. So so overall, the I have the deluxe edition. I actually bought the physical CD because I must have the physical CD. I got it on Amazon.com, which I highly suggest everybody kind of does, because if you buy the CD on Amazon.com, you can download it right then and there as well. Right? So you could say, okay, I'm gonna buy this. It's gonna take a couple of days for them to send it to me, but in the meanwhile, I would just download it straight from the site, which I think is a nice, handy little thing. And I like to have the physical dealie. Like, I just have to have some, much like food, I need it in my hands. Well, I need it in my stomach. Real bad. So, so I got mine off Amazon.com. And I got the collector's edition thingy, deluxe edition, bonus tracky thing. And it has 3 extra songs on it. Now, I guess I could do this like my movie reviews, but there's no real spoiler. I just do an overview of what I think. I really like this. I like this a whole bunch. And you'll probably say, well, Dave, you like David Bowie lots. Of course you'd say that. But no, I mean, I am perfectly willing to admit the David Bowie stuff that I really do not like, and the stuff that I don't enjoy very much. But The Next Day is good. Really good. Really solid as far as a song for song type basis. And everybody... You'll kind of hear this on any sort of album when they're trying to sell it to you from an established artist or band or something that's been around for a while and has a lot of material, they'll say, well, this has something for everyone. This has something if you like this kind of this band, or if you like that kind of band, this new album has everything, so go out and buy it. Because no matter what kind of songs you like from these people, it will be on here. But I must say that for the next day, that's really, I think, the case. I've heard a good few of these songs which sound like, hey, I could picture this being on this previous album of his or this previous album of his. It really is nice, and it's really good. The Next Day is extremely solid. I really, really do like it a lot. So let's go song by song here. There are 14 songs on the standard thing, and if you buy the deluxe thing, it's another disc with 3 songs. So there's 17 songs total, total on this. Now, the album opens up with the self-titled track, The Next Day, which is awesome. This song is great and probably the best song on the entire CD. It's just fantastic. I can't tell you how much I like it. The Next Day is an awesome song. A great opening, great tempo, great pace to it. Good shit. Following that is Dirty Boys, which is kind of like a Bring Me the Disco King type jazz type slow, like noir type dealy type thingy. You get what I'm saying there? And it's alright. It's pretty good. It's way slower tempo from the opening song. I think I would have preferred it kind of further in on the album. I like the song, don't get me wrong. But I think when you start out with that kind of really good energy, and then you go to something really like unenergy type dealy, it's kind of a kind of like if you're on YouTube and you watch a lot of good funny videos and then you stumble across this shit and then it's jarring, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying there. Still a good song though. Third is The Stars Are Out Tonight, which I fucking love this song. I love it to absolute pieces. And this was, I believe, the second single / video. You kids, do you do videos anymore? I don't know. When I was young, we did the video thing. But I'm gonna talk about. I guess I could talk about the videos for this now, because as far as I know, there are 2 at this point in time. But I could be out of the loop because that's where I was born. But they have a video for Where Are We Now and The Stars Are Out Tonight. The Stars Are Out Tonight video. How do I put this? I like to think that I was pretty well bolstered against being freaked out by David Bowie videos. Being, now I'm older, I'm fatter, and I'm just generally, more indentured, I guess, to the horrors of our world. But no, like, he'll always find a way to creep me out in his videos. And in The Stars Are Out Tonight, it starts off he's in a shopping mall with a nice lady, supposed to be his wife, and everything's fine. And it's like, oh, great, there's no way this is going to freak me out. Oh, God. Oh, I'm freaked out. And then he's singing with, like, a girl version of himself, a young girl version of himself from, like, the Station to Station era type deal. And the Thin White Duchess, I guess. And then first they're singing together. Then, like, they fuck, and then he kills her. They fight on a rooftop with samurai swords or something like that. I forget. But, it's very odd, and there's an uncooked chicken there, which is just a terrible waste of chicken. Don't do that. Don't do that to fat people. Putting uncooked food and wrecking it. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Use CGI. Use a stunt chicken. If you got one. If you raise them. If you raise stunt chickens. Apart from the normal chickens. And I saw a girl, this brings up sort of a side story thing, where I saw one time, this was years ago when I had hair, and I was out and about, and I saw the female version of myself. I saw a girl who looked exactly like me as a girl, and jarring. It was a jarring experience, and I remember I went up to her and I just put my hand on her shoulder, and she turned and looked at me, and our eyes met, and I just shook my head and was like, I'm sorry. I know what it's like. And then we hugged. And children died and screamed and ran away. So freaky video for a great song. And kind of like I was saying, like a really great type of energy on this song, a nice tempo to it. And from the, next day, tempo high, Dirty Boys very low, Stars Are Out Tonight very high, yada yada yada, yeah. Jarring, like I said, but good stuff nonetheless. Up fourth is Love Is Lost, and I don't like this song really too much. It's not bad, but it's not, I just don't really, I skip it every time I go through this album. And I think I know a good portion why. I don't know if it's just me, but I am very sensitive to how an album is kind of laid out and put together. And if you put two songs with a kind of similar thing to them, it could really be anything that is too similar. It bothers me. And this may be silly, but on The Stars Are Out Tonight, he does the and on Love Is Lost, the keyboard is like and it sounds like and it just, the two, I don't know. And since The Stars Are Out Tonight is a way better song, I think, that it just bothers me that they're so close together, sharing that kind of similar thing. Maybe I'm just too sensitive about it. I don't know. But don't really like Love Is Lost. Now, where are we now? When I first heard it, being the first single from this, I didn't really like it. I didn't really like Where Are We Now. I thought that for a first kind of album in 10 years, doing a really kind of slow kind of ballad thingy, I don't know. And don't get me wrong, it starting off with this, I was almost thinking, well, is the album probably going to be slower? Maybe. You never know. And I kind of wanted something more upbeat. And The Next Day is very upbeat. It's very upbeat. The amount of slow songs on it are way down. And most of the stuff is very high tempo and very, I don't know, high energy, Owen Hart, Coco Beware type deal. Sort of things. I believe they played fiddle in a way, in a manner of speaking. But Where Are We Now? I did not like it at first. It grew on me over time, though. I do like it. I think there's way better stuff on here. But Where Are We Now is a cool song. I do like that. It is nice and laid back. Cool song. Grew on me. Had to listen to it a couple times though. Valentine's Day, very neat song. Very catchy song. And just good. I mean, I don't know. There's so much stuff on here. It's just consistently, yeah, that's really good. That's a really good kind of up-tempo thing. Valentine's Day, good stuff. If You Can See Me, hate it. Like, I hate it. I don't like this song at all. I think it's a throwaway song. It should be an F side, if that. And which is kind of strange because I like the vast majority of The Next Day. The vast majority of it. I think out of 17 songs, literally out of 17 songs, I think I like 13 or 14 of them. Or at least like, yeah, that's a good song. I like it. And higher, like, and better than that. So that ratio is really something I haven't seen in quite a long time. And I've been buying CDs since 1912. That's true. It is true. Back when they had the Ember record, Ember CDs. This is awful. This is just awful. But If You Can See Me sucks. I don't like that song at all. The thing with new music, I have to listen to new stuff for a really long time and get kind of accustomed to it before I kind of make a decision. It's really rare that I'll hear a song one time and say, got it, I love it, right off the bat. I don't know, my ears are gross, I guess we'll say. But this song was one that right off the bat, I heard it the first time and I said, I don't like this at all. And I've listened to it a bunch of times since, and my opinion has not changed at all. I probably like it less, actually. Next up is I'd Rather Be High, which sounds like drugs, but it's about war pilots type stuff, and a really cool song, really good song. I'd Rather Be High is quite good. Boss of Me. Moving back one on I'd Rather Be High, and probably the awesomest part in this entire goddamn album, where he says what? One line is, just remember Duckies, everybody gets got. I love that. How awesome. Is that from something? I would Google it, but I'm lazy. I'll probably do it afterwards. and then regret it because maybe that's from something. It's probably from, I don't know, Cheers or something. Sam puts Diane in a headlock and gives her noogies and is like, just remember, duckies, everybody gets got, and then flushes her out the airlock or something. Something very similar that happened in Cheers. Boss of Me, I don't like. I really don't like. I don't like that song. That's definitely one of the ones I'm not into at all. At all. Dancing Out in Space. I like it. It's a fun song. It's a very song. You ever hear a song and it's like that. So good stuff. Fun times. Really fun times. And How Does the Grass Grow? You know what it reminds me of? I could really like it. I like How Does the Grass Grow. It's very reminds me of something that would be on like Scary Monsters. It has that kind of vibe to it, I think. Really good stuff. I like How Does the Grass Grow. Kind of an odd song, but I like it. I like it a lot. You Will Set the World on Fire. I don't like. I think that the beginning guitar part thing sounds like something out of Saved by the Bell, or it's silly. It's just a silly song. I don't really like it too much. You Feel So Lonely You Could Die. Probably my favorite song on the entire album. Not the best song, because there's a difference between the best and your favorite. The Mets may be your favorite baseball team, but they're not the best baseball team, right? You got me? You got me so far? So, You Feel So Lonely You Could Die. I love this song. And it has a really big, to me at least, it sounds like an Aladdin Sane vibe. And I love Aladdin Sane. I really like it quite a lot. So this song kind of has that sort of pure essence of that stuff that made Aladdin Sane so wonderful. So You Feel So Lonely You Could Die is great. Great backing vocals too by what's her name? Gail Ann Dorsey, right? Love you, babe. Love ya, and somebody else. I know there's another woman that I didn't bother to read who sung the backing vocals, but I do like them quite a bit. I think they add a great deal to the song. Love You Feel So Lonely You Could Die. Great stuff. Heat is a really cool song that took a good few listens to grow on. The first time I heard it, I wasn't really digging it too much, and as you just hear it again and again, it starts to kind of penetrate this dull, thick skull thing that holds in my brains. And Heat is a really cool song. I liked Heat considerably. Very cool stuff. So let's see. All right, there's 14. I got my little list here. So there's 14 songs. Out of all of them, don't like Love Is Lost. Don't like If You Can See Me. Hate If You Can See Me. Don't like Boss of Me. Don't like You Will Set the World on Fire. Oh, actually that's 4 songs. So on the normal version, 10 out of 14 songs I like. So I think that is quite a good ratio. And I like all 3 of the bonus songs. So that's 13 out of 17 songs. I mean, I don't know. You can't really beat that in my opinion. Well, I guess you can. 14 out of 17 or 15 or 16 or 17, but it's hard. It's difficult to beat that. You know what I mean? So yeah. So on the next day thingamabobs, the extra deluxe edition stuff, there's 3 songs. So She is a fun little song. I think that's a cool little song. Nice kind of happy vibe to it. Plan is actually the beginning. If you watch the Stars Are Out Tonight video, when he's going to the supermarket with his normal wife before he goes and fights and fucks and kills his alternate version self, his David Bowie New 52 self, or his Bizarro David Bowie, Dave Bowie, I guess you could say. Yeah, when they're walking to the supermarket and they're playing that song in the beginning, that music, it's an instrumental type thing, that is Plan. So that song is on the little bonus disc, and it's a cool song. Actually, I kind of wish that, I mean, you could have easily taken these 3 songs and put them on the actual album and taken some of the shit I don't like out and put them on the bonus tracks. It was just odd to me that the bonus tracks are better than some of the stuff on the album. At least in my opinion. So Plan is really cool, and I'll Take You There is a good song as well. They're all very competent pop songs, you know, very good stuff, and nice tempo to them and all of that stuff. So all in all, I'm tremendously happy with the next day. I think it's really, really very, 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 very good, and makes me go, yeah. I put on the music and I go, what a rush, is what I like to do with music on anyway. So I definitely recommend The Next Day. Some really great songs, some very great songs, and it's always nice to have new David Bowie stuff. Absolutely fine thing, and you see little shades of albums past. At least I thought so for some of this stuff. So hey man, what is that? 13 out of 17 songs on the whole deal thing. That's pretty good, I would have liked if Plan would have opened the album. I thought that would have been pretty cool. And then go into The Next Day. I think that would have been cool. Plan is just really cool. I just really like that as kind of an opening, kind of an intro deal. I thought that would have been a cool way to start the album. But with The Next Day, it kind of just starts. David Bowie's in the studio and he's like, I kind of want hello, me's David Bowie. Me kind of want to do a song that's like, and his band's like, like this, yeah, and then they just start going right into The Next Day, type thing. But I don't like the cover. I mean, that's, first of all, I mean, after 10 years, like, I would like to see a new kind of cover and what he comes up with for a new album cover. But to just take the Heroes thing and put the Next Day thing, not the biggest fan. Not the biggest fan of that anyway. But hey, the CD is tremendous. You kids, if you still get CDs, get it or download it or RFID chip it, or however you do your stuff nowadays. Hologram vid it. By the time this is done rendering, we're probably going to be on something else now. Hey, you get your music cube? Music cubes. So, The Next Day. Really, really good. Very, very solid album from David Bowie. And I probably won't do another music review for 17 years. Because nothing ever comes out that I like in a musical type thing. I just don't listen to a lot of music. But very, very pleased with The Next Day. Very good stuff. If you have any kind of interest in David Bowie, I am fairly certain you will find a lot of these songs to your liking. Very good, very well done. And he's not touring in support of this album. At least that's what I've read. As far as I know, he's not touring in support of it. Which is, to me, it's like, okay, fine. A lot of people are like, oh no, why? Why can't you tour? And it's like, he's David Bowie, man. He's only been touring for 40 years. How about, take a bit off. Take a bit off. Like he doesn't owe you a tour. Really. I mean, 40 years of touring. Well, maybe not 40, but no, 40. I'm bad at this, aren't I? Yeah. He's been touring since 1912. The old David Bowie tour of 1912. So go get your CD. Go get some music. You kids, you crazy kids out there, listen to something that's going to fulfill your soul, enrich your life. 17 songs. Go on Amazon. It's like $12 or something on Amazon. And then you can download it right then and there. Listen to it, which I think is a great service because, and something that, as far as I know, I don't buy a lot of music, so I don't know. But I think that's new. Because I remember, when something would come out, rarely that I wanted to get, I would either have to download it from iTunes in its entirety, which is fine. You get it immediately. You don't even have to put on socks, right? That's pretty cool. But then it's like, well, I don't have the physical, actual stuff. I just have the songs. I like to have the actual physical stuff. But if you want the actual physical stuff, you have to put on socks, and then you have to go outside, and then your car's gonna get messed up and stuff, and it's just a big hassle. And I'd rather sit inside and eat Doritos, to be perfectly honest with you. So with this Amazon thing, where it's like you go on there, you order, and if you order the CD online, you gotta wait for it to come to you, so you can't really listen to it. But with the way they do it now, you order it online, and then you can download it right then and there from Amazon.com, and then wait a couple days, and they'll send you the physical thing. So you're literally getting the best of both worlds for the absolute laziest fuckers on the planet, of which I am not only a member, I'm also the president.